everybody, and welcome back to the magical land of art. Today we're going to do a color mixing video, and I am using Caran d'Ache, I think that's how you say it, water soluble crayons, and I love these so much. They're the coolest things ever. They come in a nice little package, you have all these colors, it's great. It's just great. So today I am going to be using the primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. There you go, finger. Good job pointing that out. Okay, so I put together this little, I guess, dare I say, color math problem. So lovely. That's probably not a real thing, but whatever. I made it up. So I made all these nice little boxes, plus signs, and equals, just so we can put together two colors and see what it makes. It's a nice visual and it's easier to look at and it's very simple. So anybody can do this at home. You can do this with your kids and you can use a ruler. I used a ruler with ink pen, and I can link all those things down below along with the Caran d'Ache water soluble crayons that I have. So first we're going to use red, and I'm going to go ahead and color in all the boxes that are labeled red. So make sure that when you're coloring to color in all the lines, nice and neat. And with these, you can choose if you want to color a little bit harder just to make the red really pop when you go in with the water and brush. So I'm going to put that down, and now I'm going to use blue, and we're going to color in the blue box for this color problem. Okay, so once that's done, you have red, you have blue, and now we're going to mix those colors together and make purple. So, first you go with red. I always use the lightest color first, and I just go ahead and I just color all that in real quick. And you want to do this kind of lightly because you're going to really try and mix all these colors together. So first we're going to do red, and then once that is done, we're going to go on to blue. There's your red layer, here's the blue. Color on top. With the blue, I kind of did it a little hard. I probably shouldn't have, but to each his own. So once I have that done, I'm going to go one more time in with the red, and it kind of makes this like dark plum purplish kind of color, but it'll really come out more once we use the water. Looks good though. Okay, so now we're going to go yellow plus blue equals green. So we're going to grab our yellow one, color that in nice and beautiful like we talked about before. And I really like to press down kind of hard on yellow just because it's such a light color and I really like it when it's nice and bright. I just love it. It's very sunny. I'm going to go to blue. Blue is a bit darker, so you don't really need to worry about it too much with pressing down. I also got a little bit sloppy with those lines. That's okay though. It happens. Okay, once that's done, we're going to go into the color mixing part. So grab your yellow and go ahead and use the lightest color first. We're just going to make that nice and neat inside the square. Once you're done with that, go ahead and grab blue, color on top. Nice and light, not too hard. And you can already see the green and the colors mixing just like before with purple. And once we use water, that will get darker as well. But right now it's just a little bit of a mess when you mix with just crayon. And then I just always go back over that mix with the light color again. All good, there's green. Okay, so we're going to do red, yellow, and orange. So grab your red first, color all of that in just like we did before with the other colors, and you decide if you want to press down or not. It's up to you. Try to keep it inside the lines. Obviously I'm getting a little daredevilish with my coloring right now, but that's okay. It'll get the job done. Grab yellow, color in your square, just like before, nice and neat. Excellent. So for this one I started with red just because I like an orange that's kind of darker. It worked out well, I think. But I colored it in lightly. And then I grabbed yellow, color on top. And I pressed down pretty hard for the yellow, just so it really gets in there. And there's your orange. Looks good. Little touch-ups here and there. And then I just go back to like kind of touch everything up, because even though this is kind of like just a fun little side activity you can do with your kids or just for fun by yourself, I want to make sure that it looks nice and everything's nice and neat. Even though, yes, I have some spots that are a little rusty, but that's okay. I'm going to touch some of them up, make sure everything's covered inside the square. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add water. So I'm just going to do my reds real quick, and I try to be nice and neat just to make sure everything stays in and is perfect. I like using a small brush just because I guess I like small brushes. I just naturally gravitate towards them more, but also it just can fit in my squares like a lot easier. Rinse off your brush before you go to another color, and now we're going to go to blue. Make sure you paint that in nice and neat. And I love the texture that these crayons have. I don't know how to explain it, but they just have this like waxy yet watercolor-like feel to them. It's hard to explain, but they're also kind of like an oil pastel too. I really loved it. If you like many different mediums of art, or if you're like really into watercolor or even just experimenting and things like that, you would totally love these. Go on to yellow, make sure you're nice and neat, and yellow's pretty light, so I got a little messy with that one. Okay, so red and blue make purple, and we're going to go ahead and paint that in, and it looks like a really nice plum color. So yellow and blue make green. We're going to fill that in. Nice and neat. And I'm using this cup that I've had since I was like 5. It has smiley faces all over it. I really love it. It's super vintage. I think my Nana found it at like a yard sale years ago. Now we're going to go into orange, because red and yellow make orange. And the orange didn't really change color too much when I added water. It kind of just stayed the same, but you know, I just love these. And so I made little paint swatches on the side so you can see what they look like without the square, just against the white paper. And then I just do a couple touch-ups here and there, the blue, so you guys can see, and the red. And then yellow. Yellow's super light, so if you needed more yellow, you would have to literally go back in and get more yellow. Alright, there you guys have it. Our primary colors. Today's magical artist of the week is Amy Sherald. Amy Sherald is born in Columbus, Georgia in 1973. She has an MFA in painting from the Maryland Institute College of Art, as well as other degrees and forms of prestige. She documents contemporary African American experience in the United States through large-scale portraits, often working from photographs of strangers she encounters on the streets. First of all, I love Amy Sherald because she went to the Maryland Institute College of Art, just like me. It's always so fun to find an artist that went to the same school as me. And also, she still lives in Baltimore. I know that she's traveled around a lot and has done many different things in very different parts of the world and our country. But right now I think she's now stationed in Baltimore, and she is so cool. I love her. First of all, she's extremely stylish. I could not really come down to my favorite photo of her because she looks great in all of her photos. And her paintings are just as amazing as she is. It's like when I see them, it's like my eyes are playing tricks on me. It really does look real, but her colors are so vibrant and just bright and bold that it makes me think, like, is this real? Am I really looking at a painting, or is this a photograph? I don't know, but each one is just magical. My favorite one is the one with the girl with the lemons on her dress. I just love that dress. She also has a lot of other really amazing and beautiful paintings that she's done over the years. Everybody, you guys should check it out. Look it up if you can on the internet. She really is amazing. I love Amy Sherald. She's just so cool. I was also lucky enough to be able to see some of her work in person at one point at a couple of the DC art museums, but she's just amazing. If you guys ever get the chance, definitely go see one of her gallery shows. Her work is really amazing and very cool to see in person because it's pretty large and the colors are really vibrant. Like, photos off the internet just don't do her justice. She really puts her soul and her magic into her paintings. Alright, thanks everybody for watching and have a magical week.